Hey everybody, it's ZM and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. In this one, we're going to be taking on the Wind Temple. Wow, so this is what was waiting for us in that huge cloud. This is the Stormwind Ark from the kids' song. What the? This proves it, Link. The blizzard that's been pounding Rito Village is coming from there. Oh yeah. Didn't I see someone here a minute ago? Weird. I could swear they were just here. Alright, let's get started. And yeah, the Wind Temple looks amazing. But first off, let's go ahead and activate this as it will let us teleport back here anytime we want. And it's what's needed to actually complete this temple. We're going to figure out this is more so a divine beast than a temple. You'll see what I mean, but let's see what happens. Looks like it's shut tight. But the source of the blizzard has got to be under that hatch. Is there some way we can get it to open? That sound! There it is again!
Brave fledgling. There are still 5 locks securing the hatch on the deck. Use your power to release all 5 locks, and the hatch should open. Heed my words.
Okay, I heard him for sure this time. It was calling out to me loud and clear. The source of the blizzard messing up the village has got to be under this hatch. If that voice was right, it'll open once we find a way to release all 5 locks. We're so close. Come on, Link. Let's go figure out how to open up those locks. Alright, let's team up with Tulin and take on the Wind Temple. Even though it's more so a divine beast as mentioned, as yeah, we have 5 things we have to activate and then we make our way back to the center and complete it. So it's super similar to how the divine beasts in Breath of the Wild were tackled, and it is a shame, but at least we have Tulin accompanying us, so that's a little bit different. And overall, I mean, it is called the Wind Temple, and the architecture and overall vibe is pretty nice, as it's giving me a nice Rito feel to it. So I do like the aesthetics, but sadly the puzzles are pretty simple. So as you can see, this is one of the 5 things we have to activate, and this is where we're gonna need Tulin. So Tulin, come on. It's weird, he was just standing there for some reason. But yeah, what we want to do is bring him towards it, and hey, look at that. Is this for one of the locks? It's kind of shaped like a windmill. And while I do absolutely love the fact that you can be accompanied by a companion throughout these temples, similar to the Wind Waker and its Wind Temple, I guess the AI can get a little bit buggy as, yeah, for some reason Tulin wasn't following me, and when I had him follow me, he somehow used his Gust of Wind when he hasn't yet, but now that it's off cooldown and I can properly use it, there we go. This causes one of the 5 locks to start working so we can open up the hatch.
Hey, Link! This thing opened one of the locks. We gotta find the other 4.
Yeah, this may be a little bit reminiscent of Breath of the Wild, as with each terminal you completed in that game, you heard the champion speak to you, telling you how many terminals remained. Yeah, in this game, it's locks, but it reminds me so much of Breath of the Wild, really making it feel like a divine beast, because you had the same kind of progression as you did. So, again, while it is known as a temple, I'm considering them Divine Beast 2.0s, but altogether I do really enjoy them. Like, I'm on a ship ship in the middle of a hurricane. Like, that alone is super badass, and I love it. But okay, with one down, the next one is actually real close by, as it's behind this door that we have to open up with the lever. As you can see, with the giant icicle, we can easily do the job, as we're going to attach it to this lever and crank it open, because that's the only way we can do so. I mean, you could use a smaller icicle, but that worked and did the job. And with that, let's go ahead and make sure Tulin is with us, and then let's blow the gust of wind onto this and activate the second lock in total. Yeah, continue from there.
3 more to go. We can do it.
But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I absolutely adore the way this temple feels and looks, even though, again, the puzzles throughout them are very simple, like divine beasts. I can't deny that this is a huge upgrade in the sense of, like, its aesthetic. Like, while the main meat and potatoes of this game is exploring the overworld and the many shrines that all have a similar look to them, this is a real nice change of pace. While it does feel like a glorified shrine, it looks so amazing. Like, I feel like I'm on an ancient Rito ship, and I'm tagged along with a Rito warrior who's accompanying me and helping me throughout this. I really do love it, but I can't deny that, like, again, the older Zelda games had the temples be so much bigger and more complex, had mini bosses throughout them, and overall items that weren't like what's going to be inside this chest. Yeah, we aren't going to get anything too special. As you can see, it's just a ruby. There are no, you know, main items you're going to get. You're really only going to use your hand abilities that you got from Raru, and then obviously Tulin will be of use. I mean, he is helping us with the locks, obviously, so we do need him, but in general, yeah, it's pretty simple. But okay, let's go ahead and now make our way across here, as you can make that jump with Tulin's Gust of Wind if you try to glide across, but Link might slip on the ice, so if you want to be safe, this is the easier method. And from here, we can open up this. As you can see, this is what a lever should look like. If we don't have to attach an icicle to it, we can easily pull it with our Ultra Hand. And then, okay, we got another enemy here. And actually, let me be quick about this, because I do want to pick up this ruby as well, as if he does pick it up, he's going to fuse it to his weapons, and that would be no good, as it would be pretty threatening. But okay, with that done and the construct down, let's go ahead and use Ascend and head upwards to continue on. And I have to say, the architecture of this temple is so freaking nice looking. I love all the arrows and the color scheme. It reminds me of the Rito. Yeah, in general, like having a giant ship in a hurricane, having to take it on, that alone makes this temple so badass, even if the puzzles are bare bones. And the music is just so subtle but nice. Like, I love the way it sounds. And again, the vibe you get from the architecture of the Rito being on the ship is something else. I mean, I just absolutely love it. But sadly, we're almost done. Like, honestly, I'd have to say that the Rising Chain Island, or whatever it was called, was a lot more fun than the temple itself. But that's all aside the point. Let's just focus on completing this temple now that we're in it. So what we need to do here, and that's weird, is connect these giant stone slabs onto this right here, as we're going to attempt to propel it with Tulin's Gust of Wind. So that's where we're going to actually need to put it to use. And yeah, essentially what you want to do is you want to have each slab on opposite sides like this, as if we do so, it should carry enough weight to where if we do blow it with some gust of wind, yeah, it will continuously spin, which will open up that door. And whoa, Tulin sounded like he got hit. But okay, anyways, let's go ahead and now ascend up. Again, we have the option of climbing up the ladder. But I ain't no pleb. I can just ascend. I love how the game gives you the option. Like, are you going to remember to ascend, or are you going to climb up the ladder? You know, like you're playing Breath of the Wild. No, we're playing Tears of the Kingdom. It's different. And nice, Tulin helped us out there. That was pretty cool. Let's go ahead and now blow the gust of wind. I didn't mean to do that, but I meant to do this. There we go. And with that, we're actually almost done. Holy crap, this is going by way too quick. But there we go. Let's hear it from Tulin.
3 down, 2 to go. We're almost done, Link.
One thing I do really enjoy, though, when completing these temples, is similar to Breath of the Wild. And yes, I'm going to keep comparing to Breath of the Wild, as this game is a sequel, so I can't help but not, you know, so bear with me, please. But it's the music. Like, with the Divine Beasts, each terminal you completed, the music got more and more grand. And with this temple, with each lock we complete, the temple just sounds more and more epic with the music in the background. And I love that, because by the end of it, it's going to be such an amazing symphony, which sounds so amazing. But speaking of which, yeah, the last two locks are located underneath the ship, similar to how we entered one of the windows on the side of the ship from the opposite side. We can do it on this side as well, and it kind of mirrors the opposite lock we just got as we make our way through this hallway and then head up to find the terminal. Though, let's go ahead and take out these keys first, as they can get annoying. And since there are some icicles on the floor from what I just broke, I do want to fuse it onto, yes, we do have a Zonai sword. Why not? Let's put it to use. It's pretty cool, and it will add it to my ice attack damage that I already have, thanks to the Frostbite armor, at least when I'm outside of the ship, because inside the ship it's nice and warm. As you can see, my outfit isn't glowing. But okay, so this is where the fourth terminal is. Let's go ahead and quickly take out this construct, and we're actually going to need another icicle for this puzzle here. It's actually a pretty cool concept, if you ask me. Let's just open up this as well, though. Unnecessary, really, but I guess since we might exit from here, might as well. It just makes it easier to reach this area without having to cross the, you know, hallway altogether. But okay, yeah, this is the icicle that I need, a nice big piece. When you fuse it to your weapon, though, it becomes as small as the one that's currently fused to my weapon. So that's no big deal. But anyways, what I want to do is just attach it to this, as it will cause the gear to rotate. I love the physics within this game. I can't deny that they're so cool and really realistic in the sense of like how you solve things. But yeah, there we go. Another lock down. And with that, we only have one more. But let's hear it from Tulin himself. At least we get some voice acting there. So
We only have one left.
and yeah, he literally said the bare minimum. But I guess it's to keep that tradition on how it was in Breath of the Wild with its Divine Beasts, as with each terminal you completed, you heard the champion then speak to Link with, you know, voice acting. But it just would have been nice to have voice acting throughout the entire temple, you know, when we first entered, when he's actually saying things that matter, rather than just like, one more left. But whatever, I like how we killed that guy and he just flew off. That's pretty funny. But now let's go ahead and activate the final terminal. Tulin, where are you? Come on now. Are you for real? Where'd he go? Oh, I heard something. There we go. Okay, he spawned behind me.
Yes.
Now let's go ahead and activate the final one. Yes, there we go. That does it for the locks. Tulin was a bit derpy, not following us as intended, but we have finally did it. And let's hear what he has to say.
That's it, Link. We've unlocked them all. We should be able to open up the hatch on the main deck now. Come on, let's go.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Wind Temple, and yeah, sounds so epic. I love how the music sounds at the end, but too bad there's nothing else for us to do besides open up the hatch now that all the locks have been completed. And this was worth it, though. While I did say this temple is pretty simple and doesn't have much to offer, the ending of this temple is so worth it and so grand and epic. So before we activate this, let's go ahead and quickly eat some more cold resistance. Even though I still had some, I want to refresh it so it doesn't ruin the moment up ahead. As like I said, what happens after here is beyond epic. So let's go ahead and activate this and see what awaits, as this is the true ending to the Wind Temple, and to me, what really makes this temple amazing. So let's do this.
Okay, let's go.
And it's time to take on Colgera, the Scourge of the Wind Temple. And if you couldn't tell by its name and the fact that it is the boss of the Wind Temple, this is in reference to Molgera, the boss of the Wind Temple in the Wind Waker. This is like an ice version of it. And speaking of ice, let's go ahead and dive right into its ice weak point. Yes, head first. And now we can easily attack its underbelly, which also has ice exposed. You either go for the top of it once it reveals the ice, thanks to its Bowser-looking shell that shoots icicles at you. But once it is revealed, you can dive headfirst into it, or if you manage to get an angle from underneath it, you can easily shoot with your bow and slowly crack away at its ice weak point. So just like that, we've done it, and that leads us to phase 2 of this battle. Let's see what awaits. I absolutely love it for how epic the music is and the scale of this battle, like having to be all the way up like so. Like, I absolutely love it. But okay, let's go ahead and get ready, as the music is going to get even more intense, and I love how it is like the Dragon Roost Island theme or the Rito Village theme. But here we go.
You have to stay clear of those tornadoes. Be careful.
Yeah, I love how Tulin also speaks to you with the voice acting, since, you know, you'd be too busy focusing on the battle to then, read his dialogue. So it is nice, but yeah, we do have to avoid these tornadoes. Easiest way to do so is just to dive underneath them.
Don't get too close to the tornado.
And we won't, but okay. Now, let's actually not attack it with the bow. Again, I want to dive head first, because I love that method of attacking it. Such a cool concept. Like, the gimmick behind this is badass. And actually, Tulin supports you as when you reach it. Let's go ahead and... Yes! I love how he just yells, go! When you're ready to dive head first and you get a clear strike on it. Now, we'll save the final part of this battle for one more dive, but I guess we could do what we did before and, yeah, easily take out its second weak point. But now it leaves us with one. But let's try to enjoy the music while we can instead of rush it, because the music is so epic for this. So, okay, it's coming from below, and... yeah, it has like the Molgera theme from the Wind Waker, like its boss battle, mixed with the theme of Dragon Roost Island. Like now... Yeah, so nice. I love this theme. Easily one of my favorite themes within the game. But okay, now let's once again have Tulin hype us up as we complete this boss battle with this epic music in the background, the insane scale of diving this far, and well, it's finally time, so... yeah, let's go! Diving headfirst into it, and just like that, we have defeated the boss of the Wind Temple, Colgera. All right, and that does that. Look at how beautiful this temple looks when completed. We got sunlight coming through, and it looks absolutely amazing. But okay, let's go ahead and pick up the heart container like all Zelda tradition. After each boss, we get ourselves a heart container. Not bad. Our first heart container since the Great Sky Island, as I've been focusing on stamina. And we can see, yes, a secret stone. This secret stone is for Tulin, as he is staring right at it. Let's go ahead and take a photo, because I don't know, this looks so dope. And we also got the swallow bow added, as Tulin has one on his back, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, with that said and done, let's speak to Tulin and see what awaits with our first secret stone. Here we go.
Tulin, my brave fledgling.
I know that voice. It's you. You're the one who's been guiding us?
Yes, I am your ancestor from a time long ago. I proudly served Hyrule's first king. I was a Rito warrior and a sage with control of the wind. Where you fight, the winds follow. I would expect nothing less from my descendant. You make me proud. That monster you defeated, the source of that intense blizzard, it was summoned by the Demon King. He thought it could stop you from obtaining the stone you just found. My secret stone.
Demon King? Secret stone?
This is a lot to learn all of a sudden, I know. But listen while I tell you what happened in the past. A tale of the imprisoning war. And the mission our people must accomplish. Years ago, when the kingdom of Hyrule was still young, a great evil, the Demon King, descended on the land. He sought to wipe out anyone who opposed him. But Rauru, the first king of Hyrule, requested my aid, as well as that of 5 other warriors, to help in the fight. Rauru entrusted us with amazing artifacts, secret stones, objects that amplified our formidable abilities. I carried one into battle as the Sage of Wind. It was thrilling to fight alongside my fellow sages. Yet we were still no match for the Demon King's overwhelming power. His magic was staggering, and I was unable to slip past his defenses, no matter how hard I tried. In the end, King Rauru realized that we would not be able to defeat the Demon King. To save our world, King Rauru sacrificed himself and sealed the Demon King away.
So that was the imprisoning war.
The rest of us survived that climactic battle, and I would soon receive a visitor with a request that would define the future of the Rito. It was another of the 6 sages, the Sage of Time.
The Demon King will return. The magic binding him will be undone. When that time comes, a noble swordsman named Link will oppose him. But Link will only succeed with the Rito's help. Summon the winds and support this hero.
It was clear what part the Rito would play.
It will be an honor to defeat the Demon King. I swear to you that when the Demon King returns, the Rito Sage of Wind will awaken once more. And you can count on the full support of the Rito.
And now you know about the imprisoning war, and a mission I accepted on our behalf. You've saved Rito Village, but there's more to do. The Demon King will soon recover his full strength. Tulin, my brave fledgling, you must take up my secret stone and honor the Sage of Time's request. Fight the Demon King with the swordsman Link.
So it's my mission to fight the Demon King with you? Link! This is so amazing! I can't believe my ancestor gave me such an important mission, and it involves fighting alongside you to save the world! If we don't do anything, then the world is gonna be in big trouble. I can't let that happen. I'll do this! I'll happily take this secret stone! I am the Sage of Wind! Look! Check out what I can do now! Link, hold out your hand. I, Tulin, the Sage of Wind, swear to fight by your side until the end. Take this. It's proof that I'm with you. You can use that ring to call on my power anytime, all right? Okay, let's head back to the village and tell Dad.
You guys, you did it! Yeah, turns out it was easy once we started working together. This was no small feat. I still can't believe the Stormwind Ark from the children's song was real. Me neither. He could have knocked me over with the feather. For a job well done, Tulin. Wait, what? This bow meant so much to you, and now you're giving it to me? It was always my intention to give it to you once you came of age as a warrior. Dad! Thank you. I'll prove to you I've become a warrior worthy of carrying it. Hey, Link! That woman in the vision my ancestor showed us, didn't she look just like Princess Zelda to you? Do you think that was the real princess? I mean, it seemed like a long time ago. There's still a bunch of unanswered questions. I gotta know more about the figure we saw on the Stormwind Ark, so I'm gonna go look into it personally. Next time you see me, I'll have more information about Princess Zelda, so check in with me sometime, okay? And remember, with my sage's power, the two of us can keep working together no matter what. And there we go, we got the Vow of Tulin, Sage of Wind. Proof of the Vow of Tulin, Sage of Wind. Use it to summon or dismiss the avatar of Tulin. Okay, a lot has happened just now. I mean, yeah, we have saved Rito Village. It is so cool that it's no longer snowing, though I did like the snow as mentioned. At least that regional phenomena has now been dealt with. And yeah, Tulin is going to search into what that figure was and learn more about who he is, as Tulin is a sage, which is absolutely insane to think about. Tulin is destined for way more than he imagined. And yeah, it seems like Princess Zelda, the Zelda we know, is actually stuck in the past for some reason. We're gonna figure all of this out, but you know, piece by piece. Let's just take it in. For now, let's go ahead and check this out, as you do have to leave the village, since the AI won't work within villages. But yeah, Tulin's vow has granted you the power to summon his avatar. So now we could summon him as long as we're outside the village, and you could easily dismiss it. And by doing that, you'll put it away. It's very similar to how the champion abilities work. As you can see, it literally goes into Link's ring, which is so cool. I love how the hand that he got from Rauru is still the hand that he uses, even for these sages' avatar. It's such a cool concept. I love it. And the way Tulin looks, he looks kind of freaky. It reminds me of Majora's Mask in the Elegy of Emptiness with those dead eyes and it just being his spirit. But yeah, lots to take in, lots to do, but let's just do that later. As like I said, we're going to piece the story together slowly. But for now, there's a couple things I want to quickly take care of. So let's make our way back to the Wind Temple. Obviously, with how quick the temple was to take on, as the cutscenes were a lot longer than the temple itself. Yeah, we're going to try to fit in a couple more things within this video just to kind of round things up while I'm still in Hebra. And the first thing I want to do is activate the final tower that's near the Hebra region, as yeah, there is one more tower. The tower we got was mainly for Rito and like half of the mountain, but for the rest of like the snowy area all around here, we don't have the map for it. So what we're going to do is just reach the tower, and luckily from the Wind Temple, it gives you not only great elevation, but it literally puts you right above where the tower is. So if you want to reach this tower with ease, I highly advise just doing as I've done. As you can see, yeah, the tower is just right underneath the Wind Temple itself, which is so cool. And I love how Tulin is diving as fast as us. Yes, I'm so glad we have his avatar with us. I think it's a really cool concept. I absolutely love it, and it is definitely a way cooler version of the champion abilities. And even though people do miss Rivali's Gale, I feel like with these towers, you don't really need Rivali's Gale as much. And there are other methods, from the rocket to making a natural version of Rivali's Gale, that being, you know, throwing a Hylian acorn or something like that, I believe, onto a fire, which then creates an upwards draft. So altogether, I know people miss Rivali's Gale, but you really don't need it. This is much more useful, if you ask me, especially when you're gliding so much throughout the game. You're going to need that burst of wind propelling you forward and not upwards, if that makes any sense. But speaking of propelling us upwards, yes, let's go ahead and launch ourselves up and activate this tower. As, yeah, like I said, we haven't activated this one, and we want the rest of the snowy area near Hebra to be fully mapped. So Link is going to go ahead and obtain the sky and surface islands of this area here. And what is cool is, yeah, we can actually explore a bit of the sky here now that we do have Tulin's Gust of Wind. It's going to make just generally reaching certain areas that were a bit hard to reach a lot easier. So I am excited for that. But yeah, the Tabantha Thundra, that's essentially what we opened up. That's what I was thinking of. So it's near the Hebra Mountains, but it's the Tabantha Thundra. That's the name for it. As yeah, it is pretty much just a giant snow field. But I'm going to ignore the snow field and actually explore above it. As yeah, I do want to reach the Sky Island, as there's a shrine we can easily take on. There's actually plenty of shrines in this area here, but let's just take on this one and that will do. I'd rather save, you know, the Tabantha Thundra shrines for its own time. Especially since I could use a better outfit for the cold. As you can tell, it is cold here, and yeah, we're going to need something a bit better, but let's just ignore that for now. What I want to do here is, as you can tell, there's a bunch of Zonai devices, and yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to build ourselves a an airship of sorts. Not really a ship, but we're going to use, yes, these floating platforms as our vehicle, essentially, by putting everything we need on it. So we got 2 fans. We have the joystick. You know, it's not really a joystick. It's more of a steering stick. But you get the point. It lets us control it in any direction we want. And then we're going to put these capsules here, rather the batteries. But obviously these batteries aren't placed as neatly. I don't really care because they literally vanish and are consumed once they are used. So as you can tell, yeah, it's slowly depleting. At least I don't have to use my actual battery, but the goal is to reach the island all the way over there where there will be a shrine to take on. I don't know, I haven't done any of these Sky Island shrines, and whoa, okay, these constructs are launching rockets at me, which is really annoying because it hurts, but I'm kind of stuck here. Come on, Link, just go. Yeah, the goal is just to reach this island here so we could take on a shrine of sorts that is in the sky. And I kind of want to do it since we're already here. Why not? And whoa, okay. Yeah, I almost got destroyed there. But yeah, what we want to do is retrieve one of these crystals. We did one of these down below in one of the caves throughout Hyrule Surface. And now we're going to try to do one of these within the sky. Actually, a lot of the sky islands have shrines like this, and are you kidding me? I did not expect him to land another one. Okay, we're out of sight, out of mind. He shouldn't attack us anymore, and in general, we should be fine with a little bit of HP. I don't have to replenish myself because our goal is to complete a shrine, which will then heal us. So yeah, I'm going to challenge myself and not bother healing myself. Let's just continue onward. So we do have another gacha Zonai device machine, you know, a capsule dispenser. And I do want to get myself something nice, you know, with each Zonai dispensary, you actually get yourselves new material. Each one drops its own material. So this one is giving us carts and sleds and wings. So all useful things to use in the snow, but that's all aside the point. Now what I want to do is launch my way to this island, because as you can tell by the shrine, we have to take on, yeah, the light beam that is, you know, directing us to where we need to go is directing us to this island here. So let's go ahead and reach it. But as you can see on the top, there's nothing we can do. Now, I do believe there is a Korok seed here. Might as well get it. Did it come out of here? Give me a sec, actually. I believe it's on top of it, right? Yeah, it is. I was looking around here thinking it would go there, but as you can see, it's actually up there. But then I believe it continues down this way. Yeah, it does. Okay. So I was jumping the gun there, trying to complete this Korok seed as soon as possible. But okay, with that, we do this, and just like that, yeah, really simple Korok seed to quickly obtain. And now, let's go ahead and focus on the shrine at hand. So, I do believe if you just look at the map, you can tell where you need to go. Yeah, there is a part of the island that is beneath us here, as you can see. And if we go ahead and jump down, we can see a hidden area within this island. Yes. Here is where, let's also break all of these vines, as they will, yeah, be annoying later on. We don't want those branches to get in the way, as we're literally going to use this as a vehicle to transport Yes, this crystal here. This is the crystal we need. That is essentially a shrine. I mean, they're like, you know, in a compact form before they open up and become giant shrines, which we'll see in a bit. I already showed it off, but I guess I'll show it off again, what I mean by that. But okay. Yeah, overall, these shrines and the way you solve them are so much different than how you solve shrines like on the surface, or at least certain surface ones, or like how, you know, Breath of the Wild's solving was. This is the real Tears of the Kingdom vibe I get from using the materials, being in the sky, doing stuff like that. We definitely got to do more of them. And again, now that we do have Tulin's amazing, you know, gust of wind, we could easily put it to use. But okay, let's go ahead and put the steering stick up here. And as you can see, yeah, the batteries should last us enough to reach our area. So let's go and, okay, maybe it needs to be a bit higher up because I feel like it's hitting one of the rocks, which is a bit annoying. So let's move it up like so, and then just ascend upwards. I only moved it down to place all the Zonai devices onto it, but now that it's ready to fly, let's start steering it and going. Yeah, I really love these. Now, obviously, you can make way cooler Zonai vehicles and have a much easier way of solving this if you desire. I'm just using what the game has provided, as I'm going to make sure to make this really easy to follow for those who do want to follow along. Like, I won't have any certain Zonai capsules that I'll use within my inventory. Well, again, that could make it easier. You're ending up using supplies that you aren't given. So I'm only going to use the supplies that the game literally gives me. And as you can see, with the supplies that I do have, we can easily do this. It doesn't really require much. All we need to do is just, steer our way back to where the shrine was, and just like that, we've done it. So super simple, but again, I really like these missions. Like, these shrines are super fun to do because of the fact that they require making use of the sky and the new devices and everything. This to me is so much fun, and I absolutely love just altogether having to have, you know, overworld objectives. Like, we're given devices, we're given a giant world to explore, so why not let us literally have to travel and carry things from one side to another? That's something I felt like Breath of the Wild was lacking. It gave us a giant open world, but nothing to do in it. And as you can see, with even these shrines, we have stuff to do with them, as we literally have to carry things from one area to another, which, I just love. But I feel like I stated that enough. Let's just go ahead and now enter it, as it will be a blessing shrine, of course, with the puzzle mainly just being to retrieve the shrine. But as you can see, it's hilarious how the shrine just enlarged and became one. The shape, again, reminds me of a potato. It's a weird looking shrine, but I do love it nonetheless. Let's just go ahead and enter it now. But as mentioned, yes, this is a blessing shrine, you know, another one of Raru's blessing, as the main objective was just to activate the shrine itself. But let's go ahead and pick up whatever's inside this chest. And okay, some topaz, it's whatever. What I'm really here for is the light of blessing and being able to replenish my HP back to full, as I was waiting to complete the shrine to just do that, which is pretty nice. But okay, with that done, there is one more thing I kind of want to just quickly do. Let's just round a couple things up before we actually leave the Hebra region and do something else. Okay, one of the things I forgot to do happens to be underneath Courage Island, as Courage Island required us to do a trial that opened up a shrine for us, and we can actually redo that trial for something else. So let's go ahead and see what it is. Now, I feel bad because I completely forgot doing this. Like, I went out of my way to take on the shrine, but then I forgot if we speak to this construct steward, he'll actually offer us a ceremony test. Yes, there is a ceremony dive that we have to take on to get ourselves a new piece of armor, actually. It's a really helpful one that actually makes our diving even better. So I want to make sure I get this as soon as possible while we're still, you know, around the Hebra region. And all we need to do is redo what we did for Courage Island, but do it a bit faster. And we owe him a Zonai charge with each time we enter. So not rupees, but Zonai charges, which aren't bad. You know, we have plenty and you can farm them off of constructs. But just like that, yes, this is a mini game of sorts, but it's worth it because you get yourself an outfit from it. So let's go ahead and, whoa, you can't even see the numbers with how bright the game is. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump down. Our goal is to at least do less than 30 seconds, I believe is what you said, or 35. Either way, it's very doable. We'll hopefully get 20 seconds. The real goal is less than 20. But if I don't, we'll do it again, because with the outfit I'm going to get, it will be even easier to do it. And, oh well. Okay, we did just 20 seconds, a little over, which kind of sucks. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, all you had to beat was the record that was less than 30 seconds. And for that, you actually get yourself the glide shirt. Yes, with this, you can actually glide easier within the air. It literally improves your sky mobility. And look how cool that looks. I mean, yeah, it looks super badass. Has a, you know, bird-like glider feel. And you'll see with the rest of the set how it really complements that look. But now our current record to beat is 20 seconds. And with it equipped, we can easily do it, like I said, as it literally gives us diving mobility. So let's go ahead and do this real quick again. Even though the reward is not as special, it's still worth doing just to show off how useful this outfit actually is. So let's go ahead and dive. And all right, yeah, as you can see, look at that mobility when diving. Link moves a lot better, but I am kind of diving a bit too fast, so I did have to kind of break my dive there. I have to do it again, but I do believe, okay, let's just try to make it through. Can I do it in less than 20 seconds? Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. And okay, we did it. Nice. That is the record I wanted, as we got ourselves a new record. And we made use of the diving outfit. As you saw, it was pretty nice. Definitely does increase the mobility. Altogether looks super badass as well. It's a pretty nice thing to get. But there we go. We got a large Zonai charge, as that will actually be of use in the future. And now let's register our name if we ever want to do this again in the future. But we'll look into that later when we get the rest of this outfit. So with that done, what I want to do, and I like how he points out that Link wears it well, you know, noticing that he's actually wearing it. And I mean, Link does wear it well, but it's pretty cool because a lot of NPCs will actually remark on you know, what Link happens to be wearing, which I find pretty cool. But now let's go ahead and actually make our way to the tower up here, as over here there happens to be a cave that holds the last piece of the Frostbite set. And I want to get that while we're here, since we have the other two pieces. Let's just complete the set. Okay, so we're back at the Rospro Pass Skyview Tower. And since it will get a bit cold in the air, let me actually drop a ruby, since we got ourselves a few rubies from the Wind Temple, and then fuse it onto a weapon. This will pretty much act like a torch that's always lit, which will give us, you know, some heat in this cold. So as you can see, yeah, I don't have any food on me, and I'm able to withstand the cold temperature because I do have two tiers of cold resistance, one coming from the Archaic Greaves and the other coming from the ruby, you know, attached to the Zonite sword, which is pretty nice. But all right, so yeah, from here we're gonna go ahead and reach that cave as mentioned, and it wasn't gonna be easy to do from this tower if we didn't have Tulin with us. So luckily with Tulin's avatar, we're able to get the gust of wind that will allow us to reach each area. And I love the sound effect, the wee. It sounds like Tulin is making that with his mouth, like his voice, but I do believe that's just a sound effect. I don't believe Tulin goes woo every time. And plus, with this being the avatar, you don't really hear Tulin speak anymore. It's like a lifeless shell of him. You know, it reminds me of the Elegy of Emptiness. Like this is a just a lifeless husk of his being, but his spirit, rather than it being an actual like empty corpse. It's literally his active spirit helping you. It's a pretty cool concept, to say the least. But okay, now that we've made it, let's go ahead and dive down. So this is the cave we were heading to. It's pretty easy to reach. I guess I can go ahead and let's just enter it. As you can see, a new discovery. But let's open up the map and just show you where I'm standing. So yeah, this is the entrance of the cave. Yeah, pretty simple to reach, but you don't want to get it mistaken for like the other part of the waterfall. You want to reach the very end of it, and that's where the cave lies. Now, let's be careful because this water is very cold. And what we want to do is take out these keys real quickly, as I'm going to make a platform. And okay, I didn't mean to grab a key eyeball, but luckily when you kill the keys, they will yeah, create ice platforms that you can stand on. If you have an ice weapon, you can create your own if you just attack the water. But what we're going to do with it is we're going to use this ice platform as a way to, get us up there with ease. And let me not have the ruby with me because it's literally so hot it's causing this platform to shrink. But I do need the ruby rod on me to give me the heat I need so I don't lose HP. So it's a bit of an awkward situation. But as you can see, I feel like this is a much easier way to do this. If you just move the object you want to stand on in the area you want to go, you could easily have it take you up there without having to climb or get in the water or do anything. But as you can see, here is the full Frostbite set. Looks pretty nice. Again, Link looks pretty feminine. The pants with the weird slippers don't really look that good. I mainly like the headdress the most, but altogether, that is how it looks. Now let's go ahead and dress properly because, even though we got the trousers, I'm not here for that. I'm here to now leave. But before we leave, since with this being a cave, and okay, get used to that. Tulin is going to blow away a lot of objects that you're trying to grab because you're accidentally going to summon his wind when you're attempting to grab stuff. I've had that happen to me way too many times. But aside the point, as you can see, I'm creating myself another platform to then jump on. And let's go ahead and just reverse it now so I don't have to grab it. But also, I don't want to melt the platform. It's already gotten pretty small just standing next to it. But there we go. Yes, I love this method. Like, it's just so OP how that works. But yeah, the reason why I didn't want to leave this cave is because there's a bubble frog. Within every cave, you could always find one. So you always want to get used to that. And just like that, we got ourselves another bubble gem. But with that said and done, I guess we can end things off here. There's still so much to do, but I want to focus on the story. So, you know what? This wraps up some of the stuff within Hebra. We'll come back later. Now let's kind of focus on the other corners of Hyrule and check out what's going on. So let's teleport back to the Lookout Landing and get our bearings, and then we'll continue from there. But that pretty much wraps up this video as, we'll continue in the next one figuring out what to do. At least with the Wind Temple now completed, Tulin's avatar on our side, we are now set for whatever adventure lies ahead. So thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like on the video, and make sure you're subscribed not to miss out. As always, I've been ZM, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.